My beautiful channel. Today I'm on a roll with all these like slut shaming topics, sexual liberation. So I thought I'd keep it going with the video that I titled Redefining the Word Slut. Now I'm going to start off with the definition of Google yet again. So slut naturally means a woman who has many casual sexual partners, aka a prostitute or whore. Now, these days, it is a very big movement that women and feminists choose to get into about stopping slut shaming. Because if I can recall, there are no terms for men these days that like similar to slut. And if it is, men aren't really taught to be ashamed for having many casual sexual partners. Honestly, I think this word is put into place to degrade women, to make women feel bad, and to limit us in our sexuality. Meaning, it seems like society still lives in the caveman days of wanting us to be this ideal of modest, meaning wearing long skirts and these button up high ass collared long sleeve clothing, and they expect us to be all celibate, which is not bad. If you're celibate, kudos. Everyone has their path. But as far as the word slut, it seems like I feel like they just want to use this as a huge major way to limit women in their sexuality, a form of control in the eyes of men, and basically it wants to limit our choices of self-expression. I just touched on this in my sexual liberation video. I feel my sexual liberation versus political control. I feel that when hierarchies or society step in and intervenes, saying that all women who have casual sexual partners are sluts. I just feel like it's a form of control, um, and it ultimately makes women fearful to express themselves freely in sex, uh, makes women feel bad about wanting more than one partner in bed, wanting variety, or trying new things, even, or wanting to go out and fulfill their own needs. And ultimately, it creates shame, which is very, very unhealthy, that our society teaches women to be feel bad about having many sexual partners. Example of this is I watched a movie called She's Gotta Have It, which is a really cool movie about a free spirited woman who had three partners. She had like three partners at one time, and you never really see movies touching on that because I feel, to be honest, that that is more of reality in how women are, whether people realize it or not, or want to acknowledge it or not. Women these days do have, not all women, but they do have more than one partner, and they do freely express themselves by dabbling in variety. But I do think a lot of men till this day have this ideal of what women are supposed to act like. Even I noticed the men, for example, that I tend to date, they still have this 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 way of wanting to control, especially the free spirited woman. They have this way of wanting to control women, like you're mine, very predatory, very very uh, like you're my property almost. There's some men who still have this mind state of, you're mine. Don't you dare look or think about having sex with other men, or you get cut off, or etc. And I'm sure it happens with men and vice versa. But again, we still live in this very limited perspective, like women don't have sex freely, or we don't have interest in having sex with more than one partner. Even people make excuses for men and say that, well, men are wired to want sex for multiple women, but who's to say women aren't wired the same way, or some women aren't wired that way? And think about it, we are all sexual beings. We all like variety, whether we want to admit it or not. Um, It's just that people have told us that variety is bad, things like that. But I would love to know you guys' input on the word slut or like whore, things like that. But I am a big advocate of like not slut shaming, and basically understanding that all of these terms are a form of control. Um, let's see, one more. I'm trying to see what everything I want to touch on. So really, women can go even as far as to. I know I follow Amber Rose, and she's a big person on slut walks. So she practices taking that word and using it as empowering, meaning what women can do in this day and age is take this word and actually use it to their advantage, meaning not to feel ashamed about having multiple partners or liking what they like or liking certain kinks. Um, but actually understanding that we are all multifaceted beings. It is our choice to self-express ourselves in our sexuality. It is no one's business. Even if people knew our business, who the fuck cares? So we can essentially take slut and make it whatever the fuck we want it to mean. But by all means, don't, if you ever even been called slut or degraded about your sexuality or self-expression in that manner, understand that it's not your fault. It's just our ignorance and our conditioning in the society as far as how people feel like we're supposed to act. But again, you can take this word slut and use it to your advantage and understand that we're multifaceted beings and we do not have to conform to any one ideal or this false image of how women are supposed to act. One, it is not realistic. It is also a form of perfectionism, which is unideal and again unhealthy. But that is my little rant of redefining slut. And yeah, so tell me what you guys think on the word. If we need to, we can have another discussion, or if you guys have certain questions on the topic. But for women out there, I'm encouraging you to own your sexuality to the fullest. Do not allow any men or women to tell you what to do in regards to your sexuality. If you want to be celibate, be celibate. If you want to be have multiple partners, have multiple partners. Of course, be safe with it. Use safe sex, get tested, things like that. If you have kinks, BDSM, submissive, dominant, anything it is, as long as it's safe and consensual, by all means explore new terrain, sex clubs, threesomes, whatever it is. I'm not always saying you have to have sex with a lot of people, but again, I'm saying if that is the case, that is your prerogative. It all comes down to what you like and what you enjoy, and as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. So today, redefine the word slut. Take it to yourself and make it what you want it to mean. Don't, by all means, don't let people make you feel bad about your sexuality, what you like, what you enjoy, with whom you wish to explore with, and how many people you wish to explore with. Because no one is actually meant these things, and if they are, it's really none of their business either. It's nobody's business of how many partners we have, because for one, even if you get in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, for one, that is the person's past, and you have to look at the person for right now for who they are. But it is nobody's business about what they like in the bedroom or behind closed doors, unless it's the partner you have at the time, because you want to fulfill each other's needs. But again, do not let anyone downgrade you, even how high your stamina is or how low your stamina is. As long as you're happy, be dope, be you unapologetically. Peace.